Over 200,000 people are expected to attend the U.S. Open at the Oakmont Country Club next week. And with golfers and spectators pushing their bodies in different ways, it's time to iron out the kinks.
Dr. Zach Shasteen is here with some tips so you don't end up sore and forlorn. Dr. Zach, we are so happy to have you. We were just talking about how my husband comes home sore, and I always say, like, from what?
From what? From hanging out?
From this? From hanging out with your boys? But this is actually really important, especially when it comes to chiropractic care, right?
Yes, yes. Obviously, getting chiropractic adjustments, like I said before, is a foundation to our body, the spine, the skeletal system, our bones, our joints, things like that. But it's also super important to have a proper warm-up, good mechanics, stretching, mobility exercises before you go out and hit the links.
Can we talk about what problems might happen and what areas we need to focus on? So
Yes.
when you're swinging like that in particular and kind of perfecting how your body is standing, it's all of these muscles here in the back, right?
Yes, a lot of our postural muscles, which is our back muscles, but when you get there, it's a proper warm-up because you want to warm up the body, make sure the spine has the mobility and flexibility before you get down on the fairway and start trying hitting long shots.
Right.
Some good stretches, exercises here with the club that I like to do, club here behind the back, and then just some trunk rotations like this because golf is a very rotational sport. Or if you don't have a club, simply 90 degrees here,
Okay.
twist like this.
And that's that same, you're still getting that same kind of stretch in there.
Yep, you're getting that same stretch in our back muscles, which is prime movers for the golf swing when we're hitting and trying to strike the ball. So.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's before we go.
Yes, before we go.
Okay.
So then after we go, after a round of 18, or if you're hitting the links, the good thing to do is a proper cool down. Obviously, you want to be staying hydrated throughout your practice and when you're playing. But foam rolling after, even some heat therapy after the golf round, kind of gets some blood flow back to those muscles, but flushes out any inflammation that might be happening that happens during the golf swings and when you're playing.
Okay. All right, so this is advice for my own husband, and I know so many of yours also hit the links. So as far as staying hydrated, that should happen before, obviously, the game as well.
Yes, not even just the day of, but days before. You want to be focusing on, I like a gallon a day for most people, but if you're spectating at Oakmont, for the spectators, the workers, you want to be drinking about 8 ounces every hour.
Well, let's talk about the spectators too, because as we know, sitting is really bad for you, but standing for too long is also bad for you, and that's going to start to affect all of this down here. So what should we be doing if we're there all day long?
Yes, yes, most definitely. So if you're sitting, you want to kind of, I break it up by an hour, half an hour sitting, half an hour standing is good for the spine, good for our posture, but a lot of tension, stress up here in the upper back and also here at the hips. So the first one, just some shoulder rolls.
Okay.
This always feels good. Yep.
Well, this feels nice.
Yes. And then go the opposite way.
Okay. That one's a little harder for
a little forward, yes. It's easier to go
I don't know,
back,
but I like watching you try.
But then another really good one is for our hip flexor muscles, which brings our hips up like this.
Yeah.
So leg back, left arm up in the air, and then stretch here, and you're going to feel a deep stretch there in the front of the hip.
I do feel that.
So that's going to help open up our hips, whether you're sitting, standing, because a lot of like stress, tension that you said gets put here on the lower back and hips. So whichever leg's back, you want to put that arm up and lean back, and you'll feel that deep stretch there in the front of the hip.
Right through here.
Feels nice.
And for me, it's this lower back region, like when you're standing for too long or your posture starts to get wonky.
Right, right. So that region there, basically, it's a hamstring and a lower back stretch. We call them dead hangs. Just laying here and kind of rocking back and forth, get a little bit of dynamic mobility into that.
I can't wait to see Heather on the sidelines of the U.S. Open. Like,
I needed that one.
told to do this.
Yes, yes. And then also for the workers there, they're probably going to be lifting a lot of things, moving things. You always want to make sure you're lifting with your legs. Squatting down, bending up, compared to if I'm going to pick up this club, you don't want to lean over this way. You want to squat down properly, pick it up, keep it close to your body and spine. That way we keep the weight close to our center of gravity.
Good stuff. Thank you so much, Dr. Zach. If you'd like to learn more about the services offered at Resilient Chiropractic, we will link you up on our website. Go to kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.